Our story today begins in the year 1948. The embers of the Third Reich are fading, with the United States and Soviet Union scrambling to establish any early advantage they can in this age of the split atom. To this end, the United States dispatches a task force to the literal ends of the Earth, Antarctica. But not all is as it seems.
You seemed adamant about wanting to speak with me, Captain Langley.
Yes, sir. Permission to speak freely?
Granted, Captain.
Well, I'm sure you've heard about the accident at Outpost 12.
Yes, I'm quite aware. Very tragic.
I've seen the report. The full report. I'm starting to think it was no accident. Sir, what are we doing here? What strategic advantage do we get out of this place? The Reds are all the way on the other side of the planet.
Yes, Captain, they are. So you got your eyes on the full report, huh? What did it say?
Snow and ice doesn't just melt like that, sir. Our survey teams reported that that shelf was wholly stable. And? I saw the photographs. That was not an avalanche.
Captain, are you familiar with the name New Swabia?
With all due respect, sir, what do the Nazis have to do with any of this?
A whole lot more than you know, son. Consider your security clearance elevated. Nothing we discuss leaves this room.
Ah, John, I was wondering where you were. Pull up a chair.
You know him, sir?
Agent Doe here's with the Central Intelligence Agency, Division 16.
Asset Recovery Group.
So what? The Crouch stashed some gold here or some shit? 4 of my men are dead. One of them will never walk again.
Is this how you run your task force, Rear Admiral?
Captain Langley cares very much about his men. Forgive him.
I understand. Son, you knew about New Swabia already. What do you think it was?
I don't know. Some kind of entry into a global dick measuring contest?
So cynical, Captain. The truth is that New Swabia was the planned hideout for some of the top members of the SS and Energy Department. Do you know about them?
A bunch of crackpots led by Himmler. Looking for Shangri-La, right? Or was that the Thule Society? I mix them up.
You've done your research, Captain. Well done.
So, we're hunting for escaped Nazis?
Not quite. Take a look at this.
No way. That's fucking insane. You're both fucking insane if you believe any of this is real.
You said it yourself, Captain. Snow and ice doesn't just melt like that.
If this is true, then...
And now you understand why nothing we've talked about leaves this room.
Tell me right now. Tell me that if you find this thing, that you're gonna destroy it.
Much easier said than done, Captain. Admiral, Captain, I hate to cut our meeting short, but I'm afraid I must bid you both adieu.
I assume I don't need to tell you how deep the shit we're in is, Captain.
You're fucking with me. This is not happening. This is not happening.
Pull it together, Captain. If anything about this gets out, we're the first in line for some accidents ourselves. Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Dismissed. Return to your post, Captain.
Your men fudged the data on the surveys, right?
Yes, sir. They think that it's just another solid iceberg underneath the Borg Massif.
And Langley?
He's been made to understand, sir.
You're positive?
The plane was confirmed missing as of this morning.
What a shame. At least Daddy gets to be a hero.
Langley doesn't have any children, sir.
Ah, good. I feel slightly less bad.
I apologize for all that, sir.
Don't worry about it. Leaks happen all the time. Just keep a better lock on that filing cabinet, would you? There it is, Admiral. Our ticket to winning this war. Turn those lights up. I want him thawed by 1600 hours.
Incredible.
Those Reds won't know what hit them. Hiroshima and Nagasaki will look like 2 wet firecrackers.
Where? Where are they? I know they're here.
Calm down, son. We're right here.
Drop the gun. Now.
With all due respect, Agent, fuck you. One wrong move, and the whole dig site caves in.
Think about what you're doing. This cave contains the best chance we have at beating the Soviets. At world peace, millions of lives, Captain, can be saved by this thing.
He's right, son. I don't want to send any more good men like you to die in Europe and the Pacific. Just put the gun down and we'll talk about it.
Bring me to it.
Son, you don't know.
Bring me to it.
Fine.
Looks pretty good. Haven't been frozen for 10,000 years. It looks so peaceful, too. Why are we waking him up, Admiral?
Stop. You don't know what you're doing, you idiot.
Oh, I know exactly what I'm doing, sir. Now stand back.
No, you can't.
It's over. It's all over.
I am Balthazar, scion of the Order of the Eternal Golden Disc. You have released me from that damnable frozen prison, and I am most grateful. Please, tell me your name, and I shall bless your tribe with good fortune. A nice rainfall and a bountiful harvest, perhaps?
There's no time for that. The place is collapsing. We need to move, now.
Do not fear, mortal. I shall extricate us post-haste. Shalala Kure!
Where are we?
We are in an interzone, a space between the spheres. You have saved me from my imprisonment, and in accordance with cosmic principles, I have repaid my debt to you. Now, if you'll just step through here, you will be returned to your world.
Who are you?
I have said already, I am Balthazar, scion of the Eternal...
Yeah, I heard that already. What are you, I suppose, is the better question.
A scholar of the arcane, an adept of the eldritch powers with a sight beyond the stars. Now I must ask, who are you, O freer of my corporeality?
Langley. Captain Thomas Langley. Service number 23760, United States Navy.
Interesting. You are far more eloquent than the other hominids I have met. You seem to possess a basic understanding of language and grooming. What is thy request of my powers? Plentiful game hunt? A fertile concubine? A great weapon to smite thine enemies with?
None of that, Mr. Balthazar. I was wondering, is it possible to bring a person back from the dead?
I'm afraid not, Captain Thomas Langley. There are some borders into which my powers cannot and should not cross.
Fair. I understand.
I sense that you are a man unsatisfied. Perhaps knowledge of the future is a suitable gift instead?
No, that's not it either. What I did back there, I killed 2 guys, maybe more. When I get out, I'll be court-martialed, in the best case.
You are lost, without purpose, and hunted. I most certainly sympathize with that last part. Shall I send thee to a place beyond the reach of thine enemies? I presume they are just mortal men like yourself.
What were you thinking?
Perhaps a place where a man of your disposition might find belonging?
That sounds nice. I think I'll take that.
Very well. You have my eternal gratitude, Captain Thomas Langley.
You're welcome, Mr. Balthazar.
Fare thee well.
And so, with the balance of power undisturbed, the Cold War was to proceed on schedule, with the truth of our world being buried miles under the ice. Our captain, perhaps our savior, is wedged somewhere within the gulfs of time and space. Perhaps he shall one day return as another player on the stage of myths and madness.
NPG Productions presents Myths and Madness, Under the Ice, starring Mason Cook as Captain Thomas Langley, John Unfrid as Real Admiral Firth, Logan Smith as Agent John Doe, Michael Leland as Balthazar, and narrated by Eric Feldman. Written and directed by Michael Leland. Produced by Katie Byers. Casting by Ian Cadlick. Audio capture by Ethan Baker. Composition and editing by Miguel Ortega. Sound effects and background music provided by audioblocks.com.